to talk about the first cartoon appearances of those two legendary Looney Tune farm animals. I'm talking about Foghorn Leghorn and Barnyard Dog. So, alright, let's go. I say let's go.
Alright. So, we start off in the Hawk family's home, which is perched high upon a tree, where we find youngster Henry Hawk, who is having a heart-to-heart with his father. He feels empty inside, like he's missing something. His father laments that they are chicken hawks, and unfortunately, they are shunned by society because they eat chickens. Which sounds really crazy, like eating chickens? Heck, like everything tastes like chicken. Why not just go for the original deal? Which is exactly how Henry feels. Well, if I'm a chicken hawk and I'm supposed to eat chickens, I'm gonna go find me a chicken. So off he goes to hunt himself a chicken, even though he doesn't actually have an idea of what a chicken is. Fortunately, he lives right next to a farm, so odds are there should be chickens in there, whatever they are, Unfortunately, this farm is a very silly farm. One that has two frenemies, Foghorn Leghorn, the rooster, and Barnyard Dog, the dog. Always, these two are at each other's throats. What with the violence and the pent-up energy, I guess there isn't much else to do on a farm, for an animal. So it is what it is. So when Henry Hawk tells Foghorn Leghorn that he is a chicken hawk looking for a chicken to eat, well, good old Foghorn tells him about that four-legged chicken over by the doghouse. Go get, I say, go get him now, son. What are you waiting for? Just go up there and get him. Oh man, all of the practice in that impersonation and I still suck at it. Regardless, Henry goes and tries to take a bite out of this four-legged furry chicken, but things don't go quite the way as he planned, and he is forced to run away, being saved only by the range the dog's leash allows him. So Henry regroups. For the next time, he plans to be real sneaky-like. Instead of confronting this chicken, he should be real sneaky-like, So he decides to take the whole house. Hopefully the chicken inside won't notice and will be easy pickings later. Like this little bird is carrying the whole doghouse with a dog in it? Like, holy crap! This guy is punching well above his weight! It's gonna be hard to mess with him. Or not, because quickly his plan falls apart and he is forced to run away. While Barnyard Dog's leash stops his revenge attack yet again, to which Foghorn adds to the dog's misery. Like, what a jerk! But still, Henry Hawk presses on. With some helpful planning from Foghorn Leghorn, Henry sets up an elaborate trap to get Barnyard Dog captured again. And while this plan is mostly successful, Barnyard Dog is completely exasperated at this point. Just done with the whole thing, questioning the little bird, like, why are you after me? What did I do to you? Like, what is your damage? So as Henry tells him, I'm a chicken hawk and you're a chicken, so I'm just gonna eat ya. So now it all comes together. The final piece of the puzzle for Barnyard Dog. So he points out the real chicken in the area, Foghorn Leghorn, the guy who was lying to you the whole time. But Henry is completely confused now, like he thought he knew what a chicken was, but now he has no idea. So he lets Barnyard Dog off of his leash, and finally, Barnyard Dog can give a beating to Foghorn Leghorn. And this brawl is actually pretty good, even though you can't see it in the cloud of dust that it creates, but there is a lot of pent-up anger between the two. And worse yet, they even involve a horse in the fight. Who would have thought? Man, this fight is getting better by the minute. But really, out of all things on the farm that I'd want to fight with, a horse is probably one that I would avoid, but these guys is crazy. But Henry Hawk doesn't care. He drags out the horse with Barnyard Dog and Foghorn Leghorn, figuring, one of these things is a chicken, and I'm gonna have some good eats tonight, which seems kinda dark, but hey, that's nature, man. And with that is the end of this Looney Tale.
Yeah! Some classic Looney Tune stuff there, man. Just a thing of beauty. Definitely cartoons that won't be made, today with all of the violence and everything. Even though it's animal on animal violence, still. But that's one of the main things with these Looney Tune cartoons. It's not just one-sided attacks. Both foes go at each other's throat the whole time. In fact, it was Barnyard Dog who started the violence in this cartoon, but a chicken hawk who ended it. And what a way he ended it too, man. This guy dragged a horse, a dog, and a rooster. Like, holy crap! How much weight is that? I tells you, when Henry Hawk grows to be older, he will be a force to be reckoned with. As we can see with the size of his dad, these things grow to be the size of a rooster, so any rooster is doomed. Good luck, Foghorn. But still, with the ending, hey, it is kind of funny, but at the same time, it's kind of a little dark. So Henry Hawk says, one of these things is a chicken, and one of these things is gonna be eaten. In later cartoons, we see Foghorn Leghorn and Barnyard Dog, but we do not see the horse ever again. Which kind of stands to reason that Henry Hawk ate the horse. Holy crap! The dude was totally hungry, I guess, eh? But still, like I say, it's an awesome cartoon. It's basically a two-way fight, which kind of works into a three-way fight. So there's adversaries all around. But with that, we do have some more behind-the-scenes kind of things with Foghorn Leghorn and Barnyard Dog and all that kind of stuff going on over here.
So yes, indeed, hey? Foghorn Leghorn and Barnyard Dog. Two classic characters who are always at each other's throat. But how did these characters come to be? Well, let us take a closer look, starting with Foghorn Leghorn. So, Foghorn Leghorn is inspired by two different characters, technically. For the main inspiration, we need to go to radio. In the 1940s, there was a fantastic comedy radio show called The Fred Allen Show, which ran under a bunch of different names. But at this point, Fred Allen Show. He had a segment on the show called Allen's Alley, which featured a reoccurring character named Senator Beauregard Claghorn. Senator Claghorn was a very loud, very boisterous, very in-your-face type of character, and was pretty darn funny. He had a particular way of saying things and a particular set of catchphrases. So popular was this Senator Claghorn character that he also appeared in some commercials, a couple of different comedy records, and even a movie called It's a Joke, Son. One of his catchphrases. So when you have a character that popular that breaks into different genres, of course he's going to break into the cartoon genre. So when Looney Tunes was making a new character, might as well be inspired by the best, which is what they did with Senator Claghorn. Of course, it's Looney Tunes, so the character is going to be an animal, but what kind of animal? So they decided on a rooster, partly because of the name. So if you had Senator Claghorn, how do you make fun of that name, right? Well, in Italy, there is a breed of rooster called Leghorn. So it's pretty easy to change the name Claghorn to Leghorn. And because the character is so loud and so boisterous, he's kind of loud like a foghorn. Also, the voice of Foghorn Leghorn was inspired by another radio character, the one known as the Sheriff, in an older radio program called Blue Monday Jamboree. So, a smaller bit of inspiration, but still, put them all together and boom! You have Foghorn Leghorn, one of the more well-known and legendary characters of Looney Tunes. Which brings us to the other main character of this cartoon, Barnyard Dog. Which is kind of funny because there's really not a lot behind this dog. They basically wanted a sparring partner with Foghorn Leghorn, And well, who better than the dog who's protecting the whole farm, right? Which is kind of funny because, like, this character doesn't, kind of really have an actual name. He's known as Barnyard Dog. I don't think his first name is actually Barnyard, Like, I guess realistically, the name Barney would have been pretty good for the dog, like Barney the Barnyard Dog. But nay, not even that, just Barnyard Dog. So with that, it is kind of funny still, right? Because he is one of the more kind of recognizable characters, but he's also not really featured that much. In most cartoons, he is featured on the farm with Foghorn Leghorn, but he has also branched out to other characters like Porky Pig and Daffy Duck. So he is a pretty good character and pretty versatile, but not one of your main attractions. He is more like the glue guy, he keeps everything together. I guess if we were talking in like wrestling terms, he would be a jobber. Your regular ham and egger. Someone who's not the star, but someone who is there just to get beaten up by the big stars, basically, and still put on a good show. So that's the long and skinny on these two characters, how they came to be, and their first interactions together, which will be the start of many more to come. But any other new developments with these characters, we'll get to them when we get to them. So with this, that, those, and the other things, I guess that's that. Also, if you're interested, I created my own comic book channel, 215 Comics. And currently, I have created my own cartoon series, The Adventures of the Density. And recently started a radio series featuring my newest character, Elastomorph, with more titles to come. So if you want to check it out, I'll leave a link up top here to that channel and some links at the end of the video. Yay! Right on, and there you go. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it as much as I did making it. Also, feel free to check out the source material that I featured in this video. And if you want to leave a comment on anything you may have liked or things I might have missed in this, feel free to do so. Or anything else, just to say hi. That's cool too. And other than that, have a great day. Thanks.